Welcome to Saab Arena, 8,500 the capacity, and expected to be a good crowd as Linköping host Rögle BK on your home for hockey Premier Sports. I'm Aaron Murphy as we take a look. The referees, Marcus Lind, Mikael Anderson, and on the lines, Andreas Malmqvist and Emil Wernström. And the puck dropped at Linköping versus Rögle. Saab Arena, the venue. And it is Linköping sitting in ninth place on 28 points thus far in the Swedish Hockey League. 7 wins and 7 losses, 2 overtime wins as well for the home side. For Rögle BK, they sit in 12th in the Swedish Hockey League on 18 points, 5 wins, 11 losses, an overtime win to their credit as well. And Rögle on the attack straight away. They'll be wearing the white jerseys with the green trim. Here's Rensfeldt. Ludwig Rensfeldt back up the wall. Looking for Liljegren, and Liljegren back down the wall for Rensfeldt, and Bibic will come in from his blue line position and take a bump from Gabriel Carlson. Here's Brock Little. Brock Little has 8 goals and 14 assists, 22 points on the season, and Brock Little leads the entire Swedish Hockey League in points with 22. Henrik Tamerns of Frölunda in second with 20, but Brock Little, the Yale University alumni, off to a scorching start for Linköping. This is his 3rd year with the club. Picked off by the captain, Christopher Lilwall. Lilwall will play it back to Schutz. Schutz, the former Buffalo Sabres draft pick, will put it forward as Rögle will make changes with 1.5 minutes gone in period 1. Eddie Larsson, former member of the Växjö Lakers, puts it forward. Puts it onto the stick of Lilja, Jacob Lilja. His 2nd year with Linköping, but he knows Rögle BK very well. Jacob Lilja of Linköping wearing 18 right there, taking a bump along the wall. He spent the 4 previous years before the past 2 years. He spent them all with Rögle BK. Here's Lurg on the forecheck, trying to sweep it away from Larsson. Nothing doing there, and Emil Silfgaard. Silfgaard tries to split the defense, and it's broken up by Rögle's leading scorer, Sebastian Wåhnström. Wåhnström with 17 points, 8 goals, and 9 assists. Keep an eye on number 22 in white and green. He's very shifty on the puck and likes to fire from anywhere. Here's Anssi Salmela. Anssi Salmela, an interesting story. We'll come back to that point as the pressure was on from Linköping, but Linköping picked up Anssi Salmela. This is his 3rd game played for Linköping. He started the season off with Kunlun Red Star in the KHL, where he had 3 goals and 2 assists, but has come back to play in the Swedish Hockey League. Quick up by Liljegren. Along the blue line for Refors. Refors will dump it in. Refors looking for Karlberg. Karlberg couldn't get there, but Bibic will keep it in deep for Rögle. 3 minutes gone, and a bit of a Keystone Cup moment there as Daniel Viding took out his teammate, but Viding up and on the puck, and Daniel Viding, he's got a bit of a hot hand for Rögle. He had a hat trick in his last game. Well, that's knocked down by a high stick. We should touch on some of the key players out for Rögle BK. Matt Fraser, former NHLer, he has yet to play this season. He's been out with an injury. Taylor Matson, a Canucks draft pick in 2007, same status. He hasn't played yet this season for Rögle BK. The big miss, Patrick Kjellin, 6 goals and 3 assists thus far on the campaign. He is out with a niggly injury. For Linköping, Petter Hansen, former New York Islanders pick in 2015, not dressed. Quick shot in, that's handled by Hogberg. Hogberg against Rensfeldt. It comes back out to Connolly as they sweep it in. We should also mention that Linköping without Emil Christensen. Emil Christensen, 3 goals and 3 assists this season, so those are the key players not involved in this contest this evening on Premier Sports. Into the run-up for Christmas, you notice that some big names out of the lineup. It's just the sort of attritional nature of a hockey season when you're playing 2-3 games a week. Guys pick up injuries, and right now, unfortunately for Rögle, they're missing 3 or 4 of their big names. And here's head coach Anders Eldebrink, his 2nd year with Rögle BK. And there's Rögle, -7 over their last 5 matches. They'd like to turn that around. 45 goals scored for on the season. They've conceded 57. They are 1-4 in their past 5. That's batted away from Matthias Frome. Frome tries to keep it alive for Schutz. Schutz keeps on battling there. Hard work by Schutz against Anton Carlson, but Carlson will finally relieve the pressure for Linköping, the home side, wearing their dark blues, of course. Nice little inside-out move by Ken-Andre Olim. Olim trying to find his brother, Mattis Olim. The Olim brothers played for Norway at the 2014 Sochi Olympics, as did Rögle BK goaltender Lars Volden. So some Norwegian influence on both sides of the puck, as Olim with the shot on his Norwegian Olympic teammate Lars Volden. Marcus Hogberg with the start for Linköping, a 2.51 goals against average. Volden coming into this game with a 3.61. Struggled a little bit off the mark, but has been better as of late for head coach Ildebrink and Rögle. Nice check by Carlson. Nice stick check indeed. He swept that away from the wily Sylvander. Gabriel Carlson, a first-round pick in 2015 of the Columbus Blue Jackets. He went 29th overall that season. They still think highly of the 6'4" defenseman. Here's Salmela. Salmela, 112 NHL games played with New Jersey and Atlanta. And as mentioned, he started the season off in the KHL with Kunlun Red Star. 5 minutes, 15 gone, period 1. Still scoreless between Linköping and Rögle. A little bit of back and forth action, and now Sylvgard. A little dipsy doodle back to the face-off dot. They'll hand it off to Lundgren. Lundgren, in his first year with Linköping, spent the 4 previous campaigns with the Lakers. Dominic Granick for Karlberg. Sebastian Karlberg, 1 goal and 2 assists this season. He got pushed off the puck by Tornquist. Sylvander came in to help out, but now some pressure from Linköping. Foxstrom out front! Early pressure indeed! Puck to Twine, oh so fine! The home team get off and running. Excellent pressure from Carlson. And for Sebastian Carlson, no assist yet on the season, but he now has 3 goals. Sylvander had batted it around, and then I had mentioned Fogstrom with good work, but he got it out front to Carlson, and that looks like it's deflected in front by maybe Tornquist. Let's have a look. Tornquist with the slash, and maybe Volden, as he slashed Tornquist, took his eye off the prize. 1-0 Linköping. They get the first one, the all-important first goal. Linköping 3-2 in their past 5 games played. That's an important goal indeed. Right now being given to Sebastian Carlson. Looked like maybe Tornquist got a piece in front, but it also looked like the slash from Lars Volden took away from his angle, Lars Volden. And maybe, just maybe, it went in because of that. Let's have another look. Here's Fogstrom to Carlson. Carlson with the shot. And you don't see the slash from Lars Volden on Tornquist there. Doesn't matter. Puck's in. 1-0. Kept in at the line. Rögle with an answer back shift now, perhaps. Kevin Marshall kept it in deep. Gordon, Andrew Gordon, 5 goals and 6 assists. Very dangerous character, and he's good on the forecheck. Got in very quickly there on Marshall. Marshall gets it out, though. And the Canadian import Marshall, good and strong on the puck. Anton Carlson moves it around to Eddie Larsson. This is his first year with Linköping. He spent 3 years with the Lakers as well. The in-house scorer still giving the goal to Sebastian Carlson, assisted by Fogstrom and Tornquist. So Carlson's third has Linköping off and running 1-0. But here comes Vonstrom. Quick shot up into the chest of Hogberg, and he will hold on as he knows Vonstrom very dangerous in the offensive zone. 17 points for Vonstrom. 6th in the Swedish Hockey League, and you see Brock Little up at number 1 of Linköping, 8 goals and 22 points. Good start to the game for the home side. You always want to get off and on the score sheet in your own barn. Job number 1 done. Here's Salmela. Head coach Dan Tagnis will be happy with that. Sebastian Karlsson, after the nice work by Fogstrom in the corner, just putting it on net, and Tornquist with a big screen in front of Lars Volden. There's Coach Eldebrink, second year with Rögle BK, a former Skellefteå head coach. He knows it's tough to play catch-up hockey in the Swedish Hockey League. Certainly won't want to fall down by 2. Here's Liljegren. Liljegren, a top prospect in the 2017 NHL draft, up from the under-20 Rögle side. You'll notice him all night with that full cage on, wearing 18 in white and green. Gabriel Karlsson, trying to keep that puck clear of Connolly. Connolly's a tireless worker. Tireless indeed, trying to keep it in. He doesn't this time. I might have jinxed him. Linköping will dumping down, no icing. Ludvig Claesson moves the puck quickly to Viding. Viding will just dump it in. He needed to make a change, and Marcus Hogberg will play the puck quickly to Lundgren. Lundgren had a big hit coming his way, though, from Karlsson. Philip Karlsson. Here's Nikiva. Nikiva head for Bergfors. Bergfors, a former first-round pick of the New Jersey Devils in 2005. He went 23rd overall that season. Here's Karlsson. Karlsson to Vonstrom. Vonstrom, quick play to Lurg, and it's in the back of the net. Lurg, magnificent, and Karlsson was Johnny on the spot. Good answer back there from Rögle BK. And some of their traveling faithful will enjoy that. Sebastian Vonstrom working hard with Karlsson and Lurg. And for Vonstrom, that'll be his 9th of the season. Here's Philip Karlsson. Vonstrom to Lurg. Lurg with the shot, and Karlsson does a good bit of work right there. He had it swept away from Lundgren, but Vonstrom is right there. And Vonstrom, he has been the offensive catalyst all season long for this club. That is his 9th of the season. Lurg will draw an assist, certainly. And Brian Lurg, the longtime AHLer, he actually played 6 games in the NHL last year for the San Jose Sharks, did Lurg. And Karlsson, of course, will get the other assist. I marveled at his work, and he is rewarded with a helper on the Vonstrom equalizer for Rögle. Watch off to the left. Watch Karlsson come in, just distract Lundgren enough. And if you could distract him at all, he should know where Vonstrom is, Lundgren, because Vonstrom is the best point producer for Rögle, so you've got to keep an eye on him. But Vonstrom tucks it in, his 9th of the season from Lurg and Karlsson. Philip Karlsson made a nice play at the blue line as well. His own blue line, the defensive blue line, to get that puck forward. Lurg and Vonstrom did the rest. So a good start to this one. And I can tell you that for basically 2 minutes and 40 seconds, Linköping had the lead off the stick of Sebastian Karlsson, but about 2 minutes and 50 seconds later, 2 minutes 40 seconds rather, Vonstrom with his 9th to tie it up. As we approach now the halfway mark of period 1. Sebastian Karlsson his 3rd and Vonstrom his 9th. 1-1 Linköping and Rögle BK at Saab Arena. Here's Anssi Salmela. Salmela out to the flank to Fogstrom. Fogstrom dumps it in, and that's just gloved by Lars Volden. He will hold on with 10 minutes and 28 seconds remaining in period 1. Face off to the right of Lars Volden. It'll be Garrett Rowe digging in against Connolly. 2 import players, and Connolly will get the best of that battle. 2 goals and 8 assists this season for Jack Connolly. They get it to the line, no further, and a heavy shot by Gordon. Andrew Gordon, not the guy you want to cough the puck up to. Lundgren with the shot. In front for Garrett Rowe. Garrett Rowe couldn't turn and fire there, and Viding will relieve the pressure for Rögle with 10 minutes and 4 seconds remaining. That'll come back offside, but Big giveaway there, and Linköping nearly make Rögle pay. 4 goals in the last 2 games for Daniel Viding, coming off a hat trick in his last outing. He's got the hot hand for Rögle, but right there an important defensive play after good shots from Rowe and Gordon as Linköping trying to jump right back in the lead. They had that lead for about 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Off the stick of Karlsson, but Vonstrom has tied it up. Vonstrom second in the Swedish Hockey League with 9 goals. Bounce play in. Mattis Olam looking for Ken-Andre Olam. This is kind of like the Sedins, although they're not twins, the Olam brothers. A year and a half between the Olam brothers, but they seem to know where each other is on the ice at all times for Linköping. Here's Bergfors. Bergfors trying to get in there with Mattis Olam. Ken-Andre Olam up the half wall waiting for the pass, and now he has it. So Olam with the shot and the rebound kicked out, and Bergfors couldn't catch up with it. But again, you see that sort of brotherly intuition of the Olams. Here's Mattis Olam to Ken-Andre Olam. He holds up. He takes a bump from Lurg. Bergfors keeps it alive for Ken-Andre Olam. Here's Bergfors. Bergfors takes a bump from Lurg. Lurg with a couple of good hits on this shift. In a defensive capacity, here's Ken-Andre Olam now. Out front, Salmela danced in off the blue line but couldn't get a shot away. Karlsson tried to swat that away from Fogstrom. Karlsson now coming forward, as is the goal scorer, Vonstrom. Vonstrom in on the forecheck, chasing down Salmela. Salmela needs to move the puck. And finally, it looked inevitable. He had his pocket picked by Vonstrom, but luckily for him, it will be skated away by Lilja. Anssi Salmela with a bit of a rookie mistake there. The veteran needed to move the puck quickly, and Vonstrom nearly capitalized. Here's Nikiva. Christian Nikiva played for the American Hockey League's Milwaukee Admirals last year. 1 goal and 9 assists in Milwaukee for Christian Nikiva a season ago. Here's Alan Bibic. His brother Alman Bibic not in the lineup with an injury. Alman Bibic leads the Swedish Hockey League in hits with 45. Alan Bibic for Rögle has 32 hits, so those 2 brothers like to lay the body. As we look at the goal scorer, Karlsson. Fogstrom to Karlsson. It was Tornquist in front. It was the great work in the corner by Fogstrom, though. Let's start that all off. And then Vonstrom to Lurg. Lurg with the shot. Karlsson barreling in there for Rögle BK. But it is Vonstrom finishing the playoff. 6 points in his last 7 games. Now up to 9 goals and 9 assists. The 44th pick in 2010 in the NHL by the St. Louis Blues. Big mobile winger at 6'2". Linköping 3-2 in their past 5 games played. Rögle BK 1 win and 4 losses. They want to get back on the right side of things. Sitting in 12th, it's not where they want to be. Linköping in 9th. They think they should be higher than that, but they had a rash of injuries. They've gotten some big names back in the lineup recently through Rowe and Gordon. They miss Emil Christensen in this contest, but starting to get a bit healthier. For Rögle, no Matt Fraser, no Taylor Matson, 2 North American imports who haven't played at all this season. And Fogstrom is offside. They're also missing Patrick Chelin tonight with 6 goals on the season. He's been one of Rögle's best clutch performers. So for head coach Anders Eldebrink, it has been tough on the injury side, but as we said in the run-up to Christmas, every Swedish Hockey League team has some problems with injuries, so no one really complains about it, but certainly Rögle feeling the pinch as of late, especially in their past 5 games with just the 1 win. Here's Lundgren. Lundgren with the shot. Paddled away by Volden. Here's Ludvig Claesson. Claesson to the line, that's kept in by Lundgren. Granick will try and reverse the play, but it will be kept in by Fogstrom. Fogstrom, just like on the first goal, does a lot of those unsung things along the wall and in the corner. Very good on the cycle is Nicholas Fogstrom. Dumped in by Lundgren. Volden came out, nearly crossed wires there with Matthias Frome. 7 minutes and 32 seconds remaining, period one. All tied up at 1. Tornquist with an assist in this game. Live NHL doubleheader coming up after the Swedish Hockey League on Premier Sports. Ottawa at Montreal from 12:35 a.m. and that will be followed immediately by the Islanders at the Ducks. Stick around after the Swedish Hockey League as the NHL is live for a double dip. Here's Brock Little. Little back to the point. That is a country mile wide by Anton Carlson. Here's Brock Little. The offensive story of the season thus far in the Swedish Hockey League. He leads all skaters with 22 points. Here comes Rensfeldt. Liljegren breaks that up. Carlson to Vonstrom. Vonstrom tried to play give and go, but Gabriel Carlson will break that up. Here's Salmela. Salmela to Olam. Olam being watched by Philip Carlson. Does a good job. Gets it in front, and Bergfors gets it out front to the second Olam brother. Lundgren will have the last shot, but it is gloved down by Lars Volden with 6 minutes and 1 second remaining in the opening stanza. Mattis Olam had that bounce over his stick, and then Lundgren just comes in and blows it onto the net. Looking for his first tally of the season. He's got 3 helpers, and he's thwarted by the glove of Lars Volden there. Sylvander digging in against Persson, 2 number 23s, and Persson brings it back to the line. Here's Liljegren. Liljegren trying to chase down Refors, and Refors does enough just to get it out in neutral zone as Linköping trying to come right back in, but Karlberg will dump it in for Rögle. Here's Christian Nikiva. Nikiva with the giveaway! Costly! Karlberg! Karlberg was all over it like a dirty suit. Nikiva, usually rock solid. Karlberg was on the doorstep, and absolutely nothing that Marcus Hogberg can do there. Face off to the right of Marcus Hogberg, and Hogberg, the 78th pick in 2013, why the Ottawa Senators could do nothing there as Karlberg was all alone on what you could say was a schoolboy error from Christian Nikiva. Here's Fogstrom. Fogstrom to Tornquist. Tornquist with a laser beam of a wrist shot, but it's high and wide. Fogstrom hard in on Marshall. Marshall knocked down in a heap. The former Philadelphia Flyers draft pick in 2007 is pretty tough, though, and he bounced right back up. Here's Anton Carlson. D-to-D with 5 minutes to go, period one. Eddie Larson swoops it back. And Larson looked a bit nervous there, I guess, after seeing his teammate Nikiva give the puck up right in front of Hogberg. He didn't want to make a mistake. Here's Liljegren. Liljegren with that full cage, dancing away from everyone. What a bright future for Timothy Liljegren. As mentioned, one of the prospects for the 2017 NHL draft. And Liljegren, 1 assist for Rögle BK at senior level. Started the season off at the under 20 level and has found work at the senior level with the rash of injuries for Rögle BK. And through his strong play, of course. Here's Anssi Salmela. Salmela to Carlson. Gabriel Carlson. So confident on the puck, you can see why the Columbus Blue Jackets took him in the first round in the 2015 draft. Here's Carlson again. And Carlson takes a big bump from Daniel Viding. And we've seen that a couple of times this season on our SHL broadcast. Daniel Viding is like a wrecking ball on the forecheck. Garrett Rowe swept that forward, but it's picked off by Philip Carlson. Here's Gabriel Carlson. Back to Lundgren. Lundgren being watched by Sylvander. And you can see Lundgren right there. Here's the footsteps, and it was like he was thinking about the Christian Nikiva giveaway. And Rögle are in the minds of the Linköping Blue Line Corps right now. Here's Bergfors. Bergfors back for Nikiva. He would love to atone for that terrible giveaway on the Karlberg go-ahead goal. Here's Dominic Granick. Dominic Granick. Lots of KHL experience for Granick, also experience at the international level for Slovakia. Lurg into the neutral zone for Vonstrom. Vonstrom takes a hit there, but he took that hit to make a play. He dumps it in. Nikiva, the only man on the scene, and with 3:05 remaining, Nikiva will go up the middle. Here's Olam. Ken-Andre Olam chasing down Marshall alongside Bergfors, but Marshall does just enough to get it out into the neutral zone. Here's Bergfors trying to come right back in against Sylvander. He's turned back. Eddie Larson goes back up the right side to Ken-Andre Olam. Olam bumped off the puck by Marshall. Good screen by Lilia, but the puck never got to Lars Volden. And once again, Linköping will retreat back into the neutral zone, this time with Carlson. Changes come over the wall for head coach Dan Tagnes and Linköping. Here's Jacob Lilia. Lilia trying to get it to Nicholas Persson. Persson had a couple of swipes at it, and Linköping through Lilia! Oh, baby! Jacob Lilia with the laser beam, and it's 2-2. Lilia with his third, and it had plenty of mustard on it. He was trying earlier in the shift to get it to Nicholas Persson. Nicholas Persson had a couple of swipes at it. But then, when you don't get the puck out on the first attempt, this is what happens. And Linköping capitalize. After the miss earlier by Nicholas Persson, Rögle could not get the puck out, and Lilia does the rest. And that has to be nice for Jacob Lilia. He spent 4 years with Rögle earlier in his career, and it's always nice to score against your old team. 2-2. Lilia with an incredible wrist shot. And they're right back in off the stick of Tornquist. One-timer, Tornquist stuck in front there looking for the tip. Quick puck movement, Foxstrom back to the line. Larson in front, and Larson was looking for the tip this time from Sebastian Karlsson. Karlsson already has a goal. He was looking for his second there. Here's Anton Karlsson. He'll let Eddie Larson go back and collect that in the far left corner. .120 remaining. Andrew Gordon takes a thump right there from Clayson. Philip Karlsson being watched closely by Garrett Rowe. Garrett Rowe and Gordon doing a number in that far right corner, but they finally get the puck out. 2-2, 1:09 remaining. Let's have another look at Lilia. Look at the screen in front right there by Silfgaard. And Emil Silfgaard, who spent the last 2 years with Luleå, with a great screen there, and Lilia rips it by Lars Volden. Eddie Larson with the assist on the Lilia marker. 2-2, a minute remaining, period one. It's been a good first period. Back and forth. Some good hits. Just that one mistake, really, as Karlberg was the recipient of a Nikiva giveaway. Karlberg made it 2-1 for Rögle, but Lilia has tied it up. Five minutes after Karlberg had put the visitors ahead, Lilia strikes back, and it was his third of the season, giving us that 2-2 scoreline. 45 seconds remaining, period one. Here's Vonstrom. Vonstrom to Karlsson. Karlsson with the shot. And boy, oh boy, is this line with Vonstrom, Karlsson, and Lurg clicking. It has been fun to watch here in period one. Here's Lurg. Lurg takes a big bump from Salmela. Here's Philip Karlsson. Ends it around for Vonstrom. Vonstrom trying to find Lurg backdoor, but Lurg will just keep it in deep. 20 seconds remaining. Excellent pressure and cycle play here from the visiting side, Rögle BK. Here's Lurg. Lurg trying to get in a shooting position. He cannot. Here's Marshall. Marshall. He looked like he got a rolling puck there and floated it in off the chest of Hogberg, and Hogberg was expecting a much harder shot right there. That'll be icing against Linköping with 3 seconds remaining. As you look at Marcus Hogberg, watch the rolling puck here. Marshall gets it away, and I think Hogberg thinks he has it, but because it's rolling, it's not coming at speed. He's not sure where it is, and it might have even caught him funny off the collarbone there as it was going end over end off the stick of Marshall. 3 seconds remaining. Olam will drop down. He will not let Connolly push the puck forward. Smart face-off move by Ken-Andre Olam, and at the end of 20 minutes of play, it is Linköping and Rögle all tied up at 2. For Linköping, Sebastian Karlsson, his third, and Lilja also with his third. For Rögle, BK, Vonstrom's ninth, and Karlberg's second. 20 minutes in the history books on Premier Sports, all tied up at 2 apiece. Good first period. Not a penalty to be had. It was a hard-hitting start to the contest. Just that one bad giveaway by Christian Nikiva. The rest of the period was pretty back and forth, played with good discipline, played with good physicality, and certainly both teams took their chances when they could. And after 20 minutes, it is indeed 2-all between Linköping and Rögle. Shots on goal, 10-8 in favor of the visitors. And the face-off's pretty even. It's the block shots by Linköping. That's the impressive stat there. I'm Aaron Murphy. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with action after this short break. Of Hogberg. Fogstrom versus the captain, Lilval. Lilval can't pull that away from Fogstrom. Fogstrom starts it out to Karlsson. Sebastian Karlsson, who started out all the scoring way back in the first period. It was assisted by Fogstrom, of course, and you wouldn't expect any less from Nicholas Fogstrom. His second year with the club. He has 6 points, but it's those face-off wins and that nice dishing of the puck that's made him a club favorite. Here's Little. Trying to chop down the Christmas tree early. The technique does not work. It remains 2-all. That's off the side of the net. Little was trying to catch Lars Volden asleep at the wheel. Nothing doing. Icing. Against Rögle BK as they are under siege from this man. 14 assists in 20 games played. He leads the club by quite a margin. Nikiva and Larson both have 7. Garrett Rowe going to sweep it back to Gordon. He goes to Little. Little tries to pull it through. That is blocked by Lilval. Lilval and Liljegren doing a good defensive job against Brock Little. Lilwall gets it forward for Schutz. Schutz couldn't contain in the neutral zone, and right back in is the Brock Little line. Little chops at that, trying to find Garrett Rowe. Rowe has it in the feet of Liljegren, but it will be Liljegren skating it away. It was Lilwall who had it go through his skates, and the captain was frustrated with himself as he watched the puck and not the man. There is the captain, Christopher Lilwall, 4 goals and 7 assists this season. His 10th year with Rögle BK. He wears that C on his chest with pride after all the years of service. The captain of Linköping is Nicholas Persson in the game. And Nicholas Persson, 3 goals and 6 assists. 189 KHL games played on his hockey CV, so some great leadership on both sides of the puck. And there's Persson right on cue. He reverses the play. Up the right side now. Granick trying to keep it in. Granick couldn't keep it in, but it will be Karlsson trying to flip it back in, and he succeeds, but it will be Nikiva going forward. Here's Nicholas Persson. Back to Lundgren. Lundgren's shot is ramped up and out of play off of the Sylvander stick, but Nicholas Lundgren thought he had a good look on target, but it was taken away as quickly as it was given. time on ice leaders in period one. Marshall for Rögle with 7 minutes and 45 seconds time on ice. Salmela for Linköping with the exact same count, 7 minutes and 45 seconds. Here's Larson. Larson gets it through right into the chest of Volden, and he will hold on. And Vonstrom had 2 shots on goal in the opening 20 for Rögle. Tornquist with 2 shots on goal for Linköping. The face-offs, out of 24 face-offs, Linköping won 13. And Linköping win another one, but it will be Olam charged with the false start. Ken-Andre Olam. His brother Mattis Olam was trying to dart forward towards the net with that puck, but the whistle had gone, and now it will be Mattis Olam coming in to face Connolly in the face-off dot. Bergfors is the other member of this trio. The Olam brothers certainly have some chemistry. Here's Rensfeldt. Rensfeldt, he's got a little bit of daylight there, but he sweeps it through the blue paint and wide. Hogberg didn't have to make a save. Connolly in front trying to take away the eyes there as the shot came through by Viding. Anton Carlson kept it alive for Olam. Olam with the shot and the kick save by Volden. Good play by Lars Volden against his Norwegian Olympic teammate from Sochi. Here's Olam again. Olam again robbed by his Olympic counterpart. And the 2 Norwegians go head-to-head twice, and the goaltender Lars Volden wins both encounters. Magnificent stuff from Lars Volden, a Boston Bruins pick in 2011. He stared down Ken-Andre Olam twice, and the score remains 2-2. Here's Salmela. Salmela up the right side. He was looking for Sebastian Karlsson. Sebastian Karlsson will keep coming on the forecheck, but it'll be Salma pinching. Nancy Salmela, a long way from his defensive position, trying to draw a penalty there. The play goes on. Here's Salmela. Salmela being mugged by Reforz. Reforz lifts his stick yet again. Physical shift for Reforz. Reforz gets hit then by Tornquist. Tornquist reverses it down low. Gets it for Karlsson. Karlsson goes to the front of the net. Gabriel Karlsson with this shot, trying to find a tip in front from Sebastian Karlsson. Fogstrom then can't keep it in as Karlberg gets it out of the Rögle zone and relieves the pressure with 12.5 remaining in period 2. Here comes Sebastian Karlsson. He didn't have any room to operate. Karlberg just flips it out. Here's Gabriel Karlsson swooping in behind Marcus Hogstrom. Goes D-to-D with Christian Nikiva. Nikiva, he played in the AHL for Milwaukee last year. And when he made that play, that giveaway to Karlberg, there was no hole on the ice big enough for him to crawl into, but the reaction from Christian Nikiva, he was unhappy with himself. Here's Olam. Here's the glove save, and then there's the second save by Volden. And Olam and Volden know each other well, playing for the Norwegian national team, and the goaltender won that encounter. Little versus Lilval. Brock Little is going to be tossed out of the face-off dot by Emil Wernström. Garrett Rowe will come in and contest this against Christopher Lilval. Lilval sweeps it back to the point. Marshall tries to get it through. Hogberg saw it, and it was well wide. Marshall, Lilval, trying to get the puck through as they had a screen in front. Rensfeldt makes a change now, and it doesn't matter as Claesson is offside. The Swedish Hockey League continues this Thursday, 10:15 p.m. Örebro hosting Färjestad. And don't forget this weekend, we've got the NCAA Friendship 4 on Premier Sports from the SSE Arena in Belfast. 2 live games Friday and 2 more games Saturday. Check premiersports.com for all the info on the Friendship 4. What a magnificent festival of hockey that the Belfast Giants organized there. It's the 2nd annual. Last year was magnificent. I loved every minute of it, and I can't wait to be on scene with Paul Adey for this year's installment of the Friendship 4. If you can't get down to the SSE Arena, Premier Sports has you covered. Here's Gordon. Gordon takes a bump there. A good shoulder by Granick. Took Gordon off the puck. Good play by Anton Carlson at the line. He came in very quickly there, like he was going to go in on the forecheck, but he is a defenseman, so he came about 6 feet in. Big hit, Emil Silfgaard. But Anton Carlson has had a great game. He's made a couple of Rögle players back up as they were uncertain if he was coming forward or not. Good skater is Anton Carlson. Silfgaard had that big hit, and they will come back the other way, though, through Vonstrom. Here's Lurg. Lurg in front with Philip Carlson. This is the most dangerous line for Rögle BK. Volden will hold on as the shot comes in from Anssi Salmela. And Lars Volden had seen enough. What a few back and forth salvos that was. Big hit by Emil Silfgaard. Good play by Anton Carlson of Linköping. Back the other way, Lurg and Vonstrom trying to catch Linköping on the hop. And we approach the halfway mark of period 2. Linköping trying to get that go-ahead goal off the stick of Olam. Here's Mattis Olam. Out front to Ken-Andre Olam. He'll punch it through, looking for a rebound for Bergfors, but Lars Volden will once again hold on in the Rögle net. Mattis Olam, 2 goals and 3 assists this season. His brother Ken-Andre Olam, 2 goals and 4 assists. Lilval trying to swoop that back. He almost put it on his own goalkeeper, but Volden was ready. Lilval couldn't catch up with that errant pass. Sylvander tries to get there, but it'll be an icing against Rögle with 10 minutes and 4 seconds remaining in the second. The Olam brothers and Bergfors will take a rest. They'll be replaced by Fogstrom. Fogstrom, Tornquist, and Carlson. They open up the scoring. They had the first goal of this game. Fogstrom and Tornquist with the assists on Sebastian Carlson's third. Here's Tornquist. Tornquist takes a bump. He got the puck deep, and Lilval will take over to Liljegren. Liljegren to Schutz. Schutz will go to Sylvander. Sylvander trying to dance away from Salmela. Here's Granick. Granick into the product of Germany, Schutz. Felix Schutz, a goal and 5 assists. Former longtime DEL player. Here's Tornquist. Tornquist out front, and he couldn't tap it home. Sebastian Carlson. He was looking for his second, Carlson, and he couldn't extend far enough. Hogberg throws up the left side, nearly gives it away to Rensfeldt, and Little will take over to Nikiva. Nikiva now under pressure from Rensfeldt, and he will go to Gordon. Gordon to Little. Little gives it away to Connolly, and then he came right back on the play. Magnificent hands and speed from Little. Here's Andrew Gordon, stick handling in a phone booth right there. Kept it alive at the line, and as they try and find back post there for Brock Little, Garrett Rowe's pass is intercepted and trickles in on Volden. End-to-end action, still not a penalty call in this game. Here's Tornquist. Tornquist trying to lean into this shot, decides to go across the grain there, and Sebastian Carlson can't tap home his second of the game. Anders Eldebrink on your right with his assistant coaches Magnus Bogren and Mikhail Gathering. And Dan Tagnes with his coaching staff, Claes Osman and Johan Ackerman. Hard to decide who'd be the happier coach here. If you're Eldebrink on the Rögle bench, you'll be happy that as the 12th place team, you're tied with the team above you in the standings in 9th, Linköping, on the road. Always tough to win on the road. Doesn't matter the level or what league it is, but especially in the Swedish Hockey League. And right now, Rögle hanging tough at Saab Arena. Connolly versus Rowe. Connolly swoops that back for Marshall, but Marshall, he had incredible pressure there, and Connolly will come to help him out. Viding hits the crossbar. What a release from Daniel Viding. Viding again tries to go high over the left shoulder of Hogberg. And Viding, coming off a hat trick in his last game, he's got 4 goals in his last 2. Nearly had another one. Quick shot, and again Hogberg does the business. And this time he shuts the door on Cade Fairchild. And Viding wants the puck back. I talked earlier in the broadcast about him being a wrecking ball. Well, boy, oh boy, is he feeling confident offensively. The only thing stopping him on that play was the crossbar. And Viding looking for his 7th goal of the season. He had Hogberg beaten, but not the post. Here's Little. Little back to Larson. Larson with the shot. Olam in front. Olam tries to rip it in behind Volden, and Volden again shuts the door. And this time, Mattis Olam. Here comes Philip Karlsson. To Vonstrom, give and go, back to Karlsson. Nice play by Vonstrom, but Karlsson can't find the 5-hole through Hogberg. Vonstrom keeps it low. Gets it to Lurg. Lurg circles away from Olam. Lurg has the puck on a string, but he just can't make that final move. He holds on, though. Here's Lurg dancing away from Olam. Vonstrom gets his pocket picked by Larson, and skating it out is Ken-Andre Olam up the right side for Mattis Olam. And as quick as that, Olam is turned back. Larson trying to get in there ahead of Matthias Frome, but that will come back with 7 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in period 2. Here's Eddie Larson's shot through. Mattis Olam is robbed by Lars Volden. And then Viding, he beats Hogberg, but not the iron, right where the post meets the crossbar. And if you're Marcus Hogberg, you're happy to hear that sound. Hogberg, he's a big guy at 6'5", but he gave the top corner away there. Viding just couldn't find the twine. Here's Nicholas Persson back to Karlsson. And they'll do it again, as they didn't like the captain jumping forward on the faceoff. There is Daniel Viding. He is a man on a mission the last few games. And he nearly had Rögle out in front. Here's Dominic Granick. Granick beating everyone. Granick doing his best Paul Coffey impression. Granick gets the shot through. Here's Lilval. Lilval gets stick check from behind, but he'll keep it alive. Clayson off the dashboard. That nearly bounced out for Frome. Here comes Nicholas Persson. Persson down the left side. Going hard to the net is Silfgaard. Silfgaard, he was waiting for a pass that never came. Jacob Lilia working hard in the corner. He has the 2nd goal of this contest for Linköping. Here he is again. And Lilia took the pass from Persson, but the pass was behind him. He had to get reset instead of one-timing the puck. Here's Silfgaard. Silfgaard for Persson. The 2 captains now, Lilval and Persson, along the left side. Gabriel Karlsson trying to bounce it in there for Jacob Lilia. Silfgaard tries to help him out. Lilia out front. He was looking for a streaking Fogstrom, but that was bounced away off the stick of Frome. Good defensive play by Matthias Frome of Rögle. Silfgaard is absolutely gassed. Long shift for Emil Silfgaard. He wants to get to the bench. He will do so. Here is Christian Nikiva with 5 minutes and 40 seconds remaining, period 2. Linköping and Rögle knotted up at 2 apiece. Marshall hard into the corner, but Tornquist will take over for Linköping. Here's Tornquist to Fogstrom. Fogstrom back in. Oh, and a swish move there by Sebastian Karlsson, just turning and firing. Sebastian Karlsson A-framing in the corner, protecting the puck. Good screen in front by Tornquist, but the shot from Nikiva was wide. Lundgren keeps it down low for Linköping. Here's into the net. Dan Tagnes with encouragement for his players. A home game, and I touched on that earlier. Who would be the happier coach? I think Anders Eldebrink happy to have it even Steven on the road, and for Dan Tagnes and his coaching crew on the Linköping bench, they'd certainly like to get a goal in this next 3 minutes to go into that third period in their own barn with a lead. Here's Rowe. Rowe for Little. And this is certainly the guy they've been leaning on. Little into triple coverage, and he's hip checked there by Liljegren. But coming into this game, of course, leading the SHL in scoring, Brock Little has been the bright light. He couldn't bust through the triple coverage there. Here's Lundgren. He won't be phased, though, Little. He'll come right back, and he tries to dance away from Rensfeldt. Rensfeldt just got a stick on it. Here's Garrett Rowe. Rowe with a nice little play. Speed kills, and right now Little and Rowe putting on a clinic. Vonstrom tries to take that puck away from Little. Well, Garrett Rowe breaks right back in and tries to turn Liljegren inside out. What a display by Rowe. Nikiva trying to look for the slap pass there for Little. Little had turned the other way, and he was being hooked by Liljegren. Here's Cade Fairchild. Fairchild with 2 minutes to go in period 2 and less than 20 seconds in the 4-on-4 situation just ends it around there for Lurg. Lurg back for Claesson. Offside. And that is, as you hear the PA address announcer, that is offside at the line. Good hip check by Liljegren. Timothy Liljegren showing maturity beyond his years and facing a very dangerous competitor in Brock Little, but he just put that hip check in on Little and stopped the threat from the SHL's top point getter. Face off to the left of Lars Volden. Won by Carlson to Bibic. Bibic up the wall. Carlson being watched by Larson. Larson a long way from his defensive position. Less than 2 minutes remaining. The 4-on-4 situation is over. 5-on-5 hockey will resume at Saab Arena. Lurg trying to get it out front to Carlson. Schutz is out there as well. Nicholas Persson will take over for Linköping and get it to Silvgaard. Silvgaard will have fresh legs after sitting in the penalty box for his slashing call. Granick as well was for slashing. The best chance on that 4-on-4 situation came with the Olam line out there for Linköping, but again, Lars Volden had the measure of his Norwegian countryman. Here's Schutz. A minute to go in the period. Here's Connolly. Connolly looking backdoor for Schutz. And Schutz was a day late and $1 short. The right idea, but the execution was just lacking. Here's Sebastian Karlsson. 45 seconds remaining. Nikiva. Nikiva back to Karlsson. It's another bad giveaway by Nikiva. This time, he nearly gave a gift to Daniel Viding. And for Christian Nikiva, it has been a tough night at the office. His giveaway in the first period to Sebastian Karlberg led to Rögle's second goal, and right there, he gave it to the hot hands of Daniel Viding. And Christian Nikiva, the product of Finland, usually rock steady. A couple of bad passes in this game. The first period it cost him right there. Here, late stages, second period it doesn't. Here's Larson. Larson away from Viding, but Viding puts a body on him. Volden will leave it. 25 seconds remaining for Rensfeldt. Rensfeldt with a dangerous move at his own blue line, but he gets away. Karlsson tries to get it back to Rensfeldt. And then the giveaway, we talked about it, Nikiva puts it right into the midsection of Karlberg, and Karlberg rips it home, and then back the other way. Jacob Lilja ties it up with his third of the season, and after 40 minutes of play, it is Linköping 2, Rögle 2, as our host broadcasters do their thing at Saab Arena. We will step away. We'll be back with third period action after this short break. Third period action now on your home for hockey Premier Sports from the Swedish Hockey League, Linköping and Rögle BK from Saab Arena. 2-2 after 40 minutes of play. It was actually 2-2 after the first period, so a scoreless second period between these two sides. But this man, Daniel Viding, hit the crossbar in period 2, and he's right back in on the backhand trying to get it past Marcus Hogberg. This has been a very close game, not just on the score line, as again a shot rips in, and that will be gloved by Hogberg off the stick of Connolly. Shots on goal after 40 minutes of play. Linköping 20, Rögle BK 19. Neither team has had a power play opportunity. We did have a 4-on-4 situation in that second period, and Linköping had the better chances off the stick of Ken-Andre Olam. And Linköping's Ken-Andre Olam leads all skaters with 5 shots on goal thus far. Silfgaard of Linköping with 3 hits. He has been aggressive. And that comes out onto the stick of Schutz. Schutz was as surprised as anyone that that bobbling puck came towards him. He batted it out of the air, but wide. Nicholas Persson around the wall for Lilja. Jacob Lilja has the second goal of the game for Linköping. Here's the captain, Persson, to Silfgaard. Silfgaard puts it into space on the left side for Lilja. Lilja took a bump from Liljegren. It's kept in by Christian Nikiva, though. Nikiva! Oh, a cannonading blast from Christian Nikiva. The puck finds the back of the net just 57 seconds in to the third period. And for Christian Nikiva, that's his 5th goal of the season. Comes all the way around on the nice play by Lilja, and Nikiva lets fly. Silfgaard's in front. Watch Silfgaard here. Does he do a good job on the screen? He does. He waved at it too, and that waving of the stick in front of the eyes of Volden probably does enough to distract Rögle's netminder. Nikiva, as you remember, had that horrible giveaway to Karlberg. Karlberg scored the second goal for Rögle. It was as bad a giveaway as you'd see at any level of hockey, and Christian Nikiva, who's usually such a rock-solid player, he was angry at himself. Well, Nikiva has atoned for that horrible giveaway to Karlberg in the first period, and he has a goal of his own now to give Linköping the 3-2 lead. Here's Lurg. Lurg leans on that, but he puts it right into the breadbasket, and Marcus Hogberg will hold on. What a start to period 3. Nikiva with his 5th, just 57 seconds into the contest, or the third period in this contest. And that is the way to get that mistake back if you're Christian Nikiva. What a shot it was. Lilja will get an assist, and for Lilja, that's his 2nd point of the game. He has a goal as well. So Jacob Lilja, he scored the tying goal. He's assisted on the go-ahead goal for the home side. I'm Aaron Murphy. If you want to reach out, at Premier Sports TV, at Murph on Ice, at SHLSE. And you can check premiersports.com for all the news and fixtures in the Swedish Hockey League coming up. I believe we have all our games on premiersports.com right up until, I think, right before Christmas, up around December 20th and 21st, should be on the website. Here comes Connolly. Connolly with the stretch pass. Viding going to the net. And Viding, he's got 4 goals in his last 2 games, including a hat trick in his last outing. He gets it to Connolly. Connolly to Bibic. Bibic leans into that. He had Rensfeldt in front. Rensfeldt doing a good job screening when the shot had been deflected down and never really got through. It was a good play by Sebastian Karlsson out at the point defensively. Here's Claesson. Claesson will dump it in. We talked earlier about which coach would be happier, Eldebrink of Rögle or Tagnes of Linköping, and we had said after the first period it would be probably Eldebrink being on even footing on the road. At the end of the second period, I felt possibly that would have been the same scenario, that Anders Eldebrink of Rögle BK would be happy being tied going into the third period. But now, certainly Dan Tagnes is elated that this man, Nikiva, atones for that horrible giveaway in the first period. And Christian Nikiva, 5 goals, 7 assists this season. He is an offensively gifted defenseman, but it was just that defensive lap that made him look like a schoolboy error, if you will. but he has certainly atoned for that now, and his side lead 3-2. Shoots, knocks it back towards Clayson. Clayson is being absolutely tracked down by Lilia. Frome with a nice move. Matthias Frome is in alone, and Matthias Frome will draw a penalty. He nearly swept it under Hogberg. Play goes on. It's a 6-on-5 situation as Volden gets to the bench. Delayed call coming up. A 6-on-5 now for Rögle. Here's Lurg. Lurg hammers that. Blocker save by Hogberg. And as Lilia touches up, it will be a hooking call against Linköping. It is the first power play on either side. Watch Matthias Frome. Frome gets around Larson, and Larson gets his hands in on the stick, and it's a hooking call against Larson. But he still nearly swoops that under Hogberg. What a play by Matthias Frome. So first power play on either side of the puck, and it goes to the visitors. Their power play is ranked 9th at 21.2% in the Swedish Hockey League. Liljegren right away gives that puck back to Fogstrom, and Fogstrom will dump it in. The penalty kill of Linköping is 11th, 76.2%. So Larson for hooking in a 3-2 game. And this is what Rögle would have wanted, to try and answer right back. Here's Connolly to Viding. Viding in low for Rensfeldt. Gabriel Carlson gets there ahead of Rensfeldt. Connolly comes in to help out Rensfeldt and wins it back. Here's Vonstrom. Vonstrom's playing the point on the power play, and he had to do some quick maneuvers right there against Lundgren. Giveaway. Oh, baby, what a shot by Carlson! Up top shelf where you keep the good vodka. And Liljegren, the youngster, with the giveaway. And a shorthanded goal for Linköping. Sebastian Carlson, his second of the game, fourth of the season. Look at Vonstrom. He got all tangled up there. And Liljegren, the youngster, started the season at the under-20 level, and he gives it away on a plate for Sebastian Carlson. Carlson took away his time and his space, took away his confidence right there. Shorthanded goal, Linköping. Now, if you're Linköping, you've got all the momentum. 2 straight goals here in the third period, but what you want to do is kill off this penalty. They can't forget that the mission here is to kill the power play. Larson is off for hooking. Shoots with a deflection in front. Couldn't deflect it towards Hogberg. Here's Lurg. Lurg's got some time, but he's going to wait up. He's going to hold it up. He's going to get the puck back. Lurg to Fairchild. Fairchild back to Lurg. Heavy shot, and Hogberg turns that offering from Lurg away. Here's Karlberg. Karlberg to Lilwall. Lilwall out front to Lurg. Oh, what a stop by Marcus Hogberg. Brian Lurg, 6 goals on the season, 3 of those on the power play. But he is stuffed by Marcus Hogberg on this occasion. 21 seconds remaining in the first power play of the game. The only goal on the power play was a shorthanded marker for Sebastian Carlson, and what an offering it was. Here's Fairchild. Fairchild backdoor. Connolly at it again. Connolly had 2 swipes at it, and both times Hogberg denies him with that big left hand. Here's Viding. 3 seconds remaining in the Larson hooking call. Viding has nowhere to go. 0 for 1 on the power play are Rögle, and they concede the shorty. Sebastian Carlson puts the dagger in after the giveaway by Timothy Liljegren. Here's Anssi Salmela. Salmela up the left side. Brock Little will try and chase it down. There's the youngster Liljegren. And head coach Anders Eldebrink goes right back to the youngster to try and say, it's okay, get back in the game, kid. Here's Bibic. Bibic goes around Salmela. Bibic coming forward from his defensive position. He's not accustomed to rushing the puck. 13:45 remaining, period 3. Here's Brock Little. This is where Bibic is used to being, in that corner trying to lay the body. He missed Little on that occasion. Here's Garrett Rowe. Rowe punches it forward for Little. Bibic lifted his stick at the last moment. And when you see Bibic rushing forward like that, maybe a bit out of position, we'll come back to that point. Here's a shot from Schutz. Schutz turned aside by Hogberg. But it's a bit early to put the panic button on if you're Rögle BK and send a guy like Bibic forward. Little is a country mile offside as Salmela goes in over the line. But if you're Bibic, you're going to want to pick your moments to rush the puck. You're down by 2 with 13:10 remaining. And you don't want to concede that 5th goal. So a little bit early to be activating a guy like Bibic, who's not much of a goal scorer. Here's Schutz with the nice chance, and he's turned aside by Hogberg. Certainly a guy like Cade Fairchild. He's a very good offensive defenseman. 2 goals and 9 assists for the former St. Louis Blues pick back in 2007. You may see him start to rush forward. He'll probably have tired legs as this one goes on. Fairchild, lots of ice time in this one. Bergfors with the shot. He's stopped by Volden. The Olin brothers, they've done it all correct in this game, but hammer one home. Here's Mattis Olim for Bergfors. Bergfors turns, fires, trying to find Ken-Andre Olim. It only finds the skate of Lilwall, and he skates it out to the neutral zone. He'll drift back into defensive position now. Yeah, Cade Fairchild, 16 minutes and 10 seconds of ice time through 2 periods to lead all skaters, so he's also probably Rögle's best offensive defenseman. Here's a quick shot from Lilja, ripping it high and wide of the target. Gabriel Carlson keeps it alive. Salmela walks in. Good glove save by Volden. Lilja had a swat at it, but his time and space was taken away by Matthias Frome. It's kept in by Salmela, though. And Ken-Andre Olim got his stick up high. We're going to have a penalty. And now Matthias Frome wants to have a swipe at Olim. We're going to have another look at that, as it was actually Mattis Olim. And you can see Rögle have a man down. Well, it's a cross-check by Mattis Olim into the face of Granick. And there's no doubt about that. That is dangerous play. You have to be in control of your stick. And if you're Mattis Olim right there, turn your shoulder into Dominic Granick. As soon as he puts his stick up, you could see, too, it was the referee in behind. Of course, there's the 4-man system in the Swedish Hockey League. Any top league would have the 4-man system, and that is why. Because the first referee, Marcus Lind, didn't see it, but Mikael Andersson did. And Mikael Andersson is now talking with Marcus Lind, and they've brought the linesmen Malmquist and Wernstrom in as well. Granick looks like he will be okay, but he certainly took a wallop from Mattis Olim. Well, here's Granick coming in, wants to finish his hit, and Mattis Olim, full cross-check under the chin of Granick. This is a better look at it. Now turn the shoulder in here. Trying to get it to Viding, but Viding had cut in when he might have wanted to stop up. Here's Liljegren. And Liljegren, the youngster who gave that horrible giveaway to Sebastian Karlsson on the shorthanded goal the last time Rögle had a power play. He's out there again being shown great admiration and confidence by Anders Eldebrink. Here he is right on cue. He cycles it back for Vonstrom. Vonstrom has a goal in this game, his 9th of the season. Trying to go around his man right there, and Anton Karlsson shut the door, but Vonstrom kept his feet moving, gets it back to Liljegren. Liljegren to Vonstrom, trying to find Widing. Here's Connolly. 3:10 remaining in the major 5-minute check to the head call. Here's Connolly. Easy pad save for Hogstrom. Off the stick of Liljegren. He had no traffic in front there. There's a broken stick in front of Hogberg that could be troubling as well. Liljegren with another shot. Here's Rensfeldt. Viding is there. Viding! Viding started to celebrate. He thought he had tucked it under the bar, but did that broken stick hit in his way? I had just alluded to that. And hopefully we'll get another look at that play, but with 2:35 remaining, that was a good chance for Widing. Here's Karlberg. Karlberg just shoots. Shoots, dumps it in for Lurg. Lurg reverses the play for Lilwall, but here comes Nikiva, and he will buy 200 feet in another 10 seconds for Linköping. Here's Cade Fairchild to Karlberg. Karlberg will dump it back to Fairchild. Lurg. Lurg runs into double coverage there, even though Linköping are a man short. Somehow Lundgren and Fogstrom were double teaming. And a quick shot, this time by Karlberg, and again, Hogberg is like a wall in there. Sebastian Karlberg thought he had a yawning cage, but Marcus Hogberg said, no way. Here's Fairchild, hands it off to Karlberg. And Hogberg's about 2 feet outside the blue paint. What a kick save that was, but here's Viding. Now watch that broken stick. Viding scoops it right there. And that, is it off Tornquist? Let's have another look. This Tornquist comes in here. It's actually off the post, and you never heard the ping because the puck was going end over end. In real time, it looked like Tornquist had got in there to make the save and help his goalie out, Hogberg, who was down and out, and Henrik Tornquist had jumped in behind him. But Viding, looking for his 5th goal in the last 3 games, was denied by the post. And there's the stop on Lurg. Lurg really leaned into that, and Lilwall and Schutz were collapsing in front of Hogberg. So Hogberg has been immense. They say in these circumstances, your goalie has to sometimes be your best penalty killer, and he made 2 or 3 beautiful saves there for Linköping. Here's Rensfeldt. Rensfeldt trying to walk in. Still plenty of time to go on this power play for Rögle with Olam gone. Mattis Olam with a major 5+ a game for an illegal check to the head on Granick. Credit where it's due, though. Linköping haven't panicked. They've got a 2-goal lead. The clock is winding down, and they're happy just to ice the puck. Here's Liljegren. They've done a good job killing this off, and they will test Liljegren again. The last power play, their first power play of the game, they conceded a shorthanded goal as Liljegren coughed the puck up to Carlson. Here's Connolly. Connolly to Liljegren. Liljegren goes back to Connolly. Good play by Fogstrom to take away his shooting lane. Liljegren got a stick on that. A minute to go in the major. And Liljegren will look for more shorthanded offense. He goes around Liljegren. Jacob Liljegren has had a great game for Linköping. He's got a goal and an assist, and right now looking for his second, but he's denied. Lars Volden with the big glove save on Jacob Liljegren. What a stop there, shorthanded. Viding gets pummeled by Larson. Kept in by Fairchild. Here's Schutz. Schutz being tracked down by Anton Carlson, but he reverses it for Lurg. Here's Lilwall. Back to Lurg. Lurg has time. Lurg will go low for Lilwall. Lilwall tries a little fancy dipsy doodle, but Hogberg tracks it, covers it, and there's 17 seconds remaining in this second power play for Rögle. This one a 5-minute major to Mattis Olam. But watch Liljegren here. He outworks Viding, and right now he outworks Liljegren, but he does not outwork the glove of Lars Volden. And that is essential. They score another shorthanded goal there and make it 5-2. This game is done and dusted for all intents and purposes. So Lars Volden giving his team, Rögle BK, a chance to stick around. Here's Persson. Persson just wants to kill off the next 3 or 4 seconds, and he will do so. The power play is gone. They had 5 minutes to try and claw one back. They could not beat Marcus Hogberg. They beat him once, but Viding hit the post, and for Daniel Viding, that's his second post of the game. Just bad luck. He certainly has had the hot hand. He's coming off a hat trick. He has 4 goals in the last 2 games, and he's hit 2 posts in this game for Rögle. Sylvander tries to get it out front. Carlson jumps through. Sylvander reverses it. Philip Carlson got a stick on it, but And we'll be back the other way with Brock Little. Brock Little actually took that up into the facial area. He will go off for a look. Here's Frome to Granick. And Granick appears to be okay after that cross-check, that illegal hit to the head from Mattis Olim. Good news for Granick. Here's Connolly for Rensfeldt. Rensfeldt with the hard angle shot. Hogberg couldn't hold on. Second opportunity this time for Bibic, but Marcus Hogberg finally tracks the puck down, and there'll be a face-off deep in Linköping territory with 5 minutes and 54 seconds remaining. Hogberg thought he had it right there. Rensfeldt gets another chance, and Bibic came in, but Bibic had too many bodies to go through there, including Anssi Salmela. Linköping 4, Rögle BK 2. It was 2-0, or 2-2 after 20 minutes of play. It was 2-2 after 40 minutes of play. Nikiva and Sebastian Karlsson here in the third period have staked Linköping out to a 2-goal lead. The goal by Sebastian Karlsson was his second of the game, fourth of the season, and it was short-handed. Nikiva had the go-ahead goal, his fifth, on a big shot from the point. Here's Liljegren. Liljegren with a laser beam of a shot turned back by Hogberg. Here's Rensfeldt. Rensfeldt trying to get it back to Cade Fairchild. Rensfeldt hits the referee with that centering pass, giving Sebastian Karlsson time to go forward. Here's Olim. Olim dribbles it forward, and that is Ken-Andre Olim. Of course, his brother Mattis is out of the game after that check to the head on Granick. Here's Ken-Andre Olim. 6 shots on goal in the game. Reverse there. A smart play by Fogstrom, but a low percentage play, and Rögle clear. Hogberg played it forward for Little. Here's Lurg. Granick. Backdoor play for Vonstrom. He's the top sniper on Rögle with 9 goals. Here's Philip Karlsson. In front, that actually hits Lurg. Lurg trying to screen. He actually gets in the way of the shot from Fairchild. 4:20 remaining in the game. Linköping with the 2-goal bulge. Jacob Lilja with a goal and an assist. Sebastian Karlsson with 2 goals for the home side. Here's Karlberg, ripping a high shot into the glove of Hogberg, who will hold on, with Sylvander trying to get in for a rebound. 4:06 remaining. A live NHL doubleheader coming up after the Swedish Hockey League on Premier. Ottawa at Montreal from 12:35 a.m., and that will be followed immediately by the Islanders at the Anaheim Ducks. Clubbed in front. Karlberg couldn't get a tip on that after the shot from Fairchild. Here's Eddie Larsson. Larsson wrapped up by Karlberg, but somehow Larsson escapes that mugging. Here's Claesson to Fairchild. Fairchild goes right back to Claesson. Claesson has time and space up the left side. Unfortunately, it'll be an icing as Claesson couldn't find his stick up that left side. Yes, as mentioned, a live NHL doubleheader coming up after the Swedish Hockey League, so stick around for that. And the Swedish Hockey League continues this Thursday from 10:15 p.m. Örebro hosting Färjestad. And this weekend, Friday, Saturday, the NCAA Friendship 4 coming at you on your home for hockey, Premier Sports, from the SSE Arena. Check premiersports.com for all the info on that magnificent festival of hockey put on by the Belfast Giants. Here's Claesson to Fairchild. Fairchild with a slap pass looking for Karlberg. Nobody touches it. So an icing call again. A very low percentage play there from Fairchild trying to find Karlberg. And if you're just tuning in and you weren't on social media or any of that stuff today, Premier Sports announced that the NHL Road to the Outdoor Classics documentaries will once again be on Premier. They start December 17th as we bring you all the behind-the-scenes action from the Centennial Classic and the Winter Classic January 1st and January 2nd. Here's Little. Little splits the defense. Connolly lifted his stick, and it will be a slashing call against Rögle, the first power play of the game for Linköping. Brock Little, 22 points coming into this game, leading all Swedish Hockey League players in that category. And he tries to split two green and white shirts here, and it looks like Marshall. I thought it might have been a hooking call on Connolly. It looks like it'll be a slashing call on Kevin Marshall. Marshall certainly went at Little with reckless abandon. Couldn't let him walk in. First power play of the game for the home side. Here's Salmela. Salmela with a heavy shot. If that was on net, it was in. He just blew it wide. Andrew Gordon was screening Volden. Here's Little. Little out front. Oh, baby, showtime, and Gordon puts the puck to twine. Power play goal in Linköping. Gordon with his 6th of the season. They've got a shorthanded goal, they've got even strength goals, and now a power play goal and a 5-2 lead. Here's Little. Little goes back, and Gordon makes no mistake. 55 NHL games played in his career, 501 AHL games played, and he's not going to miss from there. Nicholas Persson in front, creating some traffic, and Gordon has his 6th, assisted by Little. And for Brock Little, that's his 23rd point of the season. More importantly, now it's a 3-goal lead with 3 minutes remaining after that power play tally from Gordon. 5-on-5 hockey now. 1-for-1 on the power play are Linköping. And Linköping. Here's Silfgaard, former standout physically for Luleå. He's been tough tonight. Lilja looking for his 2nd of the game. He's denied. He's got a goal and an assist and nearly made it 2 goals on the evening. Lilja out front again on the return feed from Silfgaard. Again, Lilja's stick was contained. Here's Rensfeldt. Rensfeldt with 1:05 remaining gives it to Granick. Granick up the middle to Connolly. Connolly gains the red line and will dump it in to avoid the icing. They say he didn't gain the red line. It certainly in real time looked like he had gained the red line, but it will be an icing against Rögle off the stick of Connolly. A little bit of excitement at Saab Arena. Why not? What a game it's been. A little bit of everything for the home side. Here's Salmela to Carlson. And Gabriel Carlson rips that high and wide, trying to end this with an exclamation point. Here's Tornquist falling, still gets the shot off, but Lars Volden just redirects that into the corner. Rögle with 38 seconds remaining, playing for some pride now. Here's Connolly. Connolly out front. Hogberg will cuddle up there to that post and pull the puck underneath him as Rensfeldt was swapping away. They needed a goal on that 5-minute major power play, didn't they, Rögle? They hit the post. Give them credit. Viding did hit the post. Actually, Viding's had 2 posts, and again, we talk about fine margins. If both of those go in, it's obviously a different contest. And of course, the shorthanded goal, you got to feel bad for the youngster Timothy Liljegren, who gave the puck away to Sebastian Karlsson for that shorthanded goal, but that's pro hockey. Here's Silfgaard. Less than 20 seconds remaining. Claesson takes a bump from Silfgaard. Silfgaard will keep hitting right till the final buzzer. Silfgaard in front. He was waiting for the pass from Anton Karlsson. There's 3 seconds remaining. And it will be an icing with 1 second remaining. You could see there that Nicholas Lundgren was just trying to hold Karlberg up to let the buzzer sound, but the linesman has to blow it dead with a tick left on the game clock. The final act of this contest, a face-off to the left of Lars Volden, and that will do it. Done and dusted at Saab Arena. A 5-2 final for Linköping over Rögle. Sebastian Karlsson with 2 goals for the home side. Jacob Lilja, Christian Nikiva, and Andrew Gordon. The other tallies for Linköping for Rögle, Sebastian Vonstrom and Sebastian Karlberg, but it wasn't enough. It was 2-2 after 20 minutes, 2-2 after 40 minutes, but 3 unanswered goals from Linköping in the third period does the damage. The home team in blue will skate off with a 5-2 win. Stick around for an NHL doubleheader. Ottawa at Montreal from 12:35 a.m. and the Islanders at the Anaheim Ducks follow Sens Habs. I'm Aaron Murphy. Hope you've enjoyed this one. Linköping 5, Rögle BK 2. Until next time, thank you. Enjoy the rest of your hockey evening. Bye for now.